and ChatGPT has responded with a function tree. I have copied this code from the ChatGPT. I move to the Excel sheet on the cell E2. I just paste that formula. It is taking a correct input of my data. I just hit enter and I copy paste that formula up to entire value and it's done. I'm done with removing all unwanted spaces from my data. The same way, let's say I want to convert my email ID into the lowercase. As you can see, some of the data has a capital input available in the data. Along with that, I also have some extra spaces available in the data. Now let me give a prompt to the chat GPT. So another prompt which I'm going to give is, now in email column, I have an email ID that I want to convert it into the lowercase. So if you want to remove extra spaces, you can also add that content in this as well. So I just copy and now you can see I'm just giving a prompt like I'm having the conversation with ChatGPT. So I'm not giving a reference each and every time that I have a such type of data. As I'm giving the prompt a line by line in a single conversation, so ChatGPT take a respective input of all the prompt which we have provided earlier. Hit enter. So now it is giving me a input call. You can use a function called lower. Again, it is giving how to apply. It is explaining the formula as well. This is the example of the data which it is providing to me. Let me just copy this again. I move to the Excel screen. It is taking correct reference. Hit enter. Let me just. So as I have not used a trim function along with the lower, so the extra spaces are still available, but you can give an extra prompt to that. Now you can see on the row number 17, the example E is capital, but in the output it is on a lower case. So it has converted our value into the lower case. Now in many of the cases, it happens that we have a values available in the single cell. Like I have a pin code and I have a address available in the same cell. Like you have a first name and last name in the same cell and you want to split that. In that case, you need to do the manual work or you can use some complex tools. Let us use a chat GPT to split a pin code and address. So again, I move to the prompt. So I have written a prompt like next in the address column, I want to separate a pin code and address. Some of the values are having unwanted spaces as well. Now I give the example to the chat GPT. What is my expected output? So I have taken a example as a first value of my data. I said I want the output as 1, 2, 3, 4 in one cell and an address in another cell. Give me an Excel formula. So let me copy this prompt. I move to the chat GPT and paste this. Enter. We start writing the formula. To perform this, we need to use a multiple formulas, which is a nested functions. And as we want our output in two different cells, ChatGPT has provided two different formulas and it has suggested where you should paste this. So let me just copy this. I paste my first function, hit enter, and just let me copy this to all the data. And you can see by just having a flick of eye, the data from address is splitted into the pin code. Now I want to split this address in the another column. So I move to the chat GPT, copy the second formula in the same row number 2. I paste this and done. So I'm done with a data cleaning process. So it is as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. You just need to give a specific prompt and ChatGPT will give you a correct output. Now, this prompt needs to be provided only once. So you might have a same kind of data on a day-to-day basis. So you can have a formula available with you. You just replace your data or copy this formula to the upcoming data and it will give you the result. You do not require to go each and every time to the chat GPT and take the formulas. Yes, if you get some new issue or a problem, then go to the chat GPT, give the prompt and take the output. Now, so how are you feeling today? Apart from this, let us move to the some questions as well. So I would like my team to launch the poll.
Yes,
All
sir.
the participants are requested to give your input. How are you feeling today? So the poll will be available on your screen. You can just give your input. Are you excited to know more about the chat GPT? What you can do using chat GPT? Exactly. Right. Almost 70-80% participants are more excited. Great. Looking for more. Yes, sir. You can try your real life example using ChatGPT with your data. I would apologize, like it is not possible right now to take consider your data and perform the activity. But definitely, you try that. If you face any of the query, you can be touch with us. We will help you. No, I do not have a paid version of ChatGPT right now, but 4.0 provide 4 or 5 prompts free. Then it will show you to upgrade to the paid version. Yes, you can implement a design problem in a manufacturing data sheet. For that, you should have a specific inputs to be given to the chat GPT and it can help. Now, I would like my team member to close the poll so we
Yes, sir.
can just go on another content.
Done, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, Now, let's say we have generated a formula using this chat GPT. Would you like to make it more simpler, more easy and more faster? Let us take a same example and create a VBA code to perform the same task by just click on a single button. So let me again move to my prompt screen. The same activity I want to make a automate. I also do not want to copy the formula and apply in the Excel screen. I just want to click on one button and I want that Excel should perform that task. So for that, I have provided a prompt to the chat GPT that I want to the same prompt. I said, great. Now I received such data every week and I want to automate this task by VBA macro in Excel. So I'm talking about the same example here as well. Give me a VBA code which help me to clean my data considering data cleaning in column name, remove unwanted spaces and convert it into the proper case. In a column called email, I want to remove all unwanted spaces and I want to convert that data into the lowercase. In the address column, I want to split a pin code and address into the separate column. And again, I have provided a one sample to the ChatGPT. I also specify that I want my clean data in a new worksheet as a output. So I mentioned provide me output in a new worksheet. So let me just copy this prompt. I move to the ChatGPT. I paste this and hit enter. Now ChatGPT will give me a VBA code, that is a macro code, which can directly be copied and paste to the VBA editor available in the Excel environment. Just wait for a second to complete the code. So ChatGPT is completed with the code. Let me just copy this code. I move to the Excel screen where I have a data. I just delete this. Let me just rename this. Right. Okay. So I go to the developer tab, click on the Visual Basic, which will open a window of VBA editor. So you will see a such window. Even if you are not aware about the VBA, ChatGPT will give you how you should execute this VBA. So by the end of that code, so it has given the explanation that set the worksheet. So the macro start by setting the worksheet that contain your data. By default, ChatGPT is considering the worksheet name as a sheet one, which you can change with the name of your worksheet. Find the last row. You should that Excel this VBA code will find the last row of your data. It will add a new worksheet as we have mentioned that we want our output in a new worksheet. Now, how to use this VBA? So you can follow this guide. So open an Excel worksheet, click on Alter F11, which will open a VBA editor, which I have opened by using the developer tab. Go to the insert tab and insert the module, which I have performed. You have to just paste that code here. So I'm just pasting that code in this. Let me just check what is the sheet name in my data. So I have an example one as my sheet name. So I just replace this one. So if you are not familiar with this code, what you can do, you can provide ChatGPT that my data is available in a worksheet name example one. So you and then the code which you will get in that you will not require to change the worksheet name even. So I just save this. The name of this input is clean data. So I replace it as a clean data underscore new. I go to the sheet. Let me create a button. So I'm inserting a one simple shape and converting it into a view like it seems like a button. So I say clean my data. I'm just formatting this. Let me attach that VBA code with this shape. So right click and assign macro. I just assign the macro which just we have copied from the chat GPT. Now, as soon as I click on this, you can see a new sheet is created. My data is clean. I have five simple columns. I have all the data. You can see no extra spaces are available. All the data are in the lowercase. My pin code and addresses are divided into the different columns. And it has also given an appropriate header to this. Now, as much as data I have, how frequently you are getting data from your source, you just need to load your data, click on the button, and Excel will perform your task. Are you feeling it will help you to boost your productivity? Are you feeling it will help you? Great, great. Okay, fine. Now let us move to the further in the content. Now you can see ChatGPT is something like a baby. You should give a input like how we are explaining the things to a small baby, and ChatGPT will understand this. And another thing which I would like to just notify you, that you should always check your output, as it is a AI based tool. So it is tend to make a mistake. There can be a multiple reasons that the output which you are providing like do not have a specific output which you are not require. So you should just cross verify the output which you are getting. Now before moving to the further, I would like to take a 2 minute to introduce myself. So I'm Mehul Gandhi. I am a business associate, senior trainer and consultant at State Modeler. I'm having a 10 plus years of experience in different industries. Along with that, I am a certified trainer by BOSS under the Skill India initiative. I'm also a certified Microsoft Office specialist by Microsoft. During that, I have also achieved a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt certified by BMGI Bombay, and I'm also a certified ISO 9001 2015 auditor certified by TUV. During my journey of training and consulting, I have trained more than 5,000 professional students in a various topics like Excel, Advanced Excel, Power BI, SQL for data analytics, Kaizen, 5S, Kanban, etc. I have guided 30 plus improvement projects in the different industries. So this is what my profile is. Now let us move to the another practical example. So let's say you have a one data available with you and you want to convert the data into the graphical format, which is like a dashboard. So this is the sample data which I have. So let's say Mr. A has similar data of a 1 year, and he want to convert this data into the graphical interface. And Mr. A is spending almost 5 to 6 hours of time converting such type of data into the graphical interface. Now let us take a help of ChatGPT to create a dashboard based on the data available you have. So this is the output which we are going to have from the data available with us, and ChatGPT is going to give a way how we can create such dashboard by taking help of ChatGPT. So let me again move to the prompt. Okay. So I have a sales data available with me where I have a date of transaction, month of transaction, city, the person who has made the sell, product category, color associated with that product, price, quantity, and total sales value. Now, based on this data, I want to create some insights by using the graphical interface. So let me just click on these buttons, and then I will show how you can create it with by using the chat GPT. So I have a data. I just click on the create dashboard. By clicking on create dashboard, you can see four different graphs are created. Associated pivot tables are also created on the separate sheets. Now I want to format these visuals. I want to make it attractive. So let me again go to the main sheet and let me click on the format dashboard. As soon as I click on the, yeah, so let me just change the name. Okay. So just click on format dashboard. Now my data is formatted. So it is very easy. By click on a button on a single click, you can see I have created 4 different visuals, and just having a single click, all the graphs are formatted. So let's see how we can create such kind of visuals by using ChatGPT. Fine. Right. So now to get a very specific result, what I have done, so I have copied some of the records of my data, let's say 10 or 15 records of my data. So ChatGPT can have an idea what kind of data I have. Then I have explained I have a 1 year a data as mentioned above in an Excel worksheet named sales data. I want to create a different visuals in a new worksheet in the same file. So I am providing an input that I want to create a visuals in a new worksheet. Now, what are the different visuals I want to create? One month-wise sales, another city-wise sales. Third is a performance. I want to track the sales representative performance and category-wise sales. I have also provided a detailed input to create that visual. Then I have provided create a separate worksheet called pivot tables and generate a pivot table into that worksheet. I have mentioned keep a 2 column gap between each pivot tables. So to create a pivot table, keep at least a gap of 2 columns between each pivot table, and create a separate worksheet for visual and place all graph in the same worksheet. Create a VBA macro code for Excel. So let me just copy this entire prompt. Let me go to the chat GPT. I am taking a new chat from this button. I paste entire prompt here and then click enter. So just wait for 10 seconds. Excel ChatGPT will create an entire VBA code to create this beautiful dashboard. I feel you all are much excited that tasks you can do with the chat GPT, and I hope that you are getting a valuable insights how you can use chat GPT in which can be integrated in Excel, and you must save your time. So ChatGPT has created entire code. So let me just copy this code. I again go to the same file. So let me just close another files. Okay. I delete the worksheet which is already created in this. I go to the VBA environment. I'm taking a new module and paste the code here. Sorry. I just rename this to avoid the confusion. So I'm giving 306, that is 38 June. So we can easily identify the name of macro which we should use. Now this macro or this VBA code will only create a visuals. So let's just first create a visual by using this VBA code. I go to the Excel screen. Again, I'm adding a new shape to this. I'm not just managing the formatting right now. I just attach a macro and I'm connecting the visual called create cells analysis underscore 306. Let me just click on the button. Now we are getting error, right? So whenever you are creating a VBA code, it might give you error. Purposefully, I have not solved this error before showcasing the VBA code to you. So you can have an idea in the case you are getting such error, how you can solve this. So I have just pasted this error into the ChatGPT as a prompt. So let me again go to the prompt. So this is the error which we are getting by this. So I copy this, I paste this there, enter, and it will give you again a new VBA code to me. So again, I am not copy this code. This is exactly the output which is available in the previous code which I have created by this create dashboard. So now I'm just clicking on the create dashboard and it will create such visuals for us. The same way to format the visuals, what I have done, so I have say now let's format all the graph at once and I have give a prompt to the chat GPT that create a VBA macro for Excel that format all the charts on the worksheet named charts. So right now Excel has created a visuals on a worksheet which has named as a charts. You can change this name and give a specific input here as well. The macro should perform the following actions. So what I want in the formatting, check if worksheet charts exits and show a message if does not exit. Look through each chart on the worksheet and apply the following formatting. Set the chart area background as RGB and I have provided the code of the RGB. So all the inputs by which I want to format my data, I have provided even the instructions. Let me just copy this. So copy, again go to the chat GPT. It is still creating VBA code for the previous query. Let's just wait to complete this. Or I can ask to stop generating the code as we do not want to copy this code. I just paste the code to format the window. So now ChatGPT will create a VBA code by which we can format our visuals. It is generated. You can copy this macro again in the same way. I'm not copy again and again as I already have that macro available in my sheet. Right. So this is the macro which ChatGPT has generated. Now I'm just moving to the Excel sheet. I move to the sheet where I have created a button and let me just click on the formats dashboard. Now, if I click again, I will get an error that cells underscore visual sheet is not available because when I have created this macro, the sheet name is cells underscore visuals. So let me just double click over there, rename the sheet with a cells visuals. And then let me just click on the format dashboard. And wow, our dashboard is created. Now, I spend, you might think whether writing all this prompt in detail, it is easy that I create all the graphs and format it. But remember, you have to give a prompt only once. Once the macro or VBA code is created, you can use it n number of times up to the time when you have a similar kind of inputs available in your data or the similar output you want from the same data. In a case your input are get changed or a desired output get changed, you should update your code. And this is a one-time activity. Right. So that is the benefit of using a AI tool to integrate with our Excel, and it can give you a very specific output, and it can you save your time to boost your productivity. Would you like to know more about what can be done using ChatGPT further? I would like people to just launch another poll. I would like to have your inputs on.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Done, sir.
yeah, thank you. All participants are requested to your input. Would you like to know more what can be done using ChatGPT? Great. Yes, Ziga. I will going to show you how you can generate this invoice using ChatGPT. And as a demo, I'm going to represent it as well. Great. Yeah. Right. So almost 90-95% participants are excited to know what can be done using ChatGPT. Great, great. Yeah. If somebody from my team can help Shamal to cast his vote, he's not able to like submit a vote. If it is possible, please help Shamal
Yes,
to
sir.
post a vote. Okay, fine, fine. Yes, Neil, you just need to give a input in the chat GPT and chat GPT will create a VBO macro. If you know the writing a VBA macro, again, it is a lengthier task. So if you want to write a such macro, right, you need at least 10-15 minutes of time to create such kind of macros. This is the macro. If you want to create, you need half an hour, at least if you are an expert on VBA macro. But if you know how to give an input to the chat GPT, and it will be easy for you to create such complex macros and do your task. Yes, Abhijit, let me just quickly explain you. So once the ChatGPT create a VBA macro, you can click on a copy code. Once you copy this code, right, ChatGPT also give you how you should like paste this code uh, to the Excel window as well. So once you copy this, go to the Excel screen. Under the Excel screen, you can go to the developer tab where you can see a visual basic on the left hand side. Either you can click on the Alter plus F11 and which will create or open a window called VBA. You can go to the Insert tab, click on the module and which will open a blank VBA editor screen where you can just paste your code, whatever code you are uh, copy from the chat GPT. Then I have not copied the correct one. That is why it is showing as a error. It is not a code actually. Then again, go to the screen from where you want to execute that VBA code. Insert any of the object you want, either a photo or a shape or anything. You can format it however you want. Just right click, click on assign macro and Select any of the macro which you want to connect with this shape. Then when you click on this shape, your VBA code will be executed backside of the Excel and you will get a result. I hope it is clear to you. Yes, Vipul, now you can close the poll and I think we have like almost 90 plus
Done,
percentage participants are very excited to know what we can do further by using ChatGPT.
done, sir.
Yeah. So now let us move further. Okay. Now we have planned a 2-day exclusive workshop on advanced Excel using ChatGPT where I am going to cover this many of topics like on a day one we are going to understand the foundations and advanced techniques which can be used in Excel to upgrade your skill, to boost your productivity, how you can save your time. And for all this, we are going to take somewhat help from the chat GPT as well. So during this day one, we will see how you can use Excel formulas to calculate or summarize your data. We are going to use a conditional formatting. We are also going to explore the custom conditional formatting, which can be applied specifically as per your requirement. Again, same with the data validation. We are also going to explore some of the financial functions. So if you have financial data and if you want to make some insights from that data, we are going to cover that as well. We are also going to cover advanced formulas like lookup functions, conditional aggregative functions, and all the things during day one, and how you can use a different text functions. And I am also going to explain you how you can take a help of ChatGPT for all these tasks. On a day two, we are going to cover some advanced features and automating the Excel where we are going to create a different visuals. We are going to use a Power Query editor for cleaning or transforming your data, which is again automating a task using one of the environment of Excel. We are also going to explore how we can analyze our data using pivot tables. And at the end, we are going to create one interactive dashboard, a dynamic dashboard which has different slicers available with that by which we can slice and dice our data. And of course, we are going to integrate a chat GPT for almost all the tasks and how we can automate the things. Okay. Let me give you some of the examples what we are going to cover in these 2 days of example. So we already like posted a video on how you can create a automated system to create a invoicing in Excel. So let me just quickly show you practically how you can create that in a Excel. So let me just close all the extra windows. So for example, I have a list of inputs available in my data set where I have order date or invoice date, invoice number, and all the details basically which are required to generate a invoice. I also do have my standard format of invoicing. Now, by using a chat GPT, I can make it like a robot. If you are doing this manually, it may take hours of time of you. For this, again, like we have instructed ChatGPT to create a VBA code. So in the workshop, I'm going to give you a step-by-step input how you can do the same by help of ChatGPT. So I've just pasted some of the information into the ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has provided me with such a input, a VBA code. Now by just clicking on this button, Excel will generate all the visuals, and again it will also create all the PDF of each and every invoices, and it will save it into one specific folder where I have defined this. So right now Excel is generating this. Once it is completed, Excel will give me a pop-up window that invoices are created and stored in the specific location where I have defined. So you can see invoices have been generated and saved in the invoices folder. Let's check either these invoices are created and it is as per our requirement or not. So I just move to the folder where I have created a folder called invoices. I double click. So you can see this invoices are created with the name of customer, invoice number, and date of the, you can say the uh, due date. Right. Now you can see the date modified. It is the current time which you can see 30th June 2024, 12:11. Let me just open this. So double click and you can see the invoice. All the respective informations are available. It has a neat and clean output which you can directly email to your client. Now, let's say you think that ChatGPT can create an automated invoice or can help us to create an automated invoice. Will you think it will also help you to make it automated? All the invoices are emailed to your client automatically. Would you like to see the demo how you can email these invoices automatically to the respective clients? Great. So let us again jump to the Excel window where you can email such things directly by just having the single click, right? So as right now I do not have a actual email IDs. I have created one demo file which has a email ID available, a subject line available in that, even an attachment to that file. So let me open another file. So for example, I have only kept a one record. Similarly, you can have a multiple records available. So I have prepared a one file. So name of the person to whom you want to email, the email address, right? So the details of your customers or a supplier or a client you may have. So you just need to create a master only once. The file name with extension. So if you want to make some attachment with that, so you can create such column where I have given a instruction that to this person attach a file name called Mehul Gandhi under space invoice. This file is already available in my source and this is the body text. Now I want to email this content to my user. I do not require to open my mail service like Outlook or a Gmail or whatever the service you are using. Create a new mail, type everything or copy paste everything and then click send. Again, open a new email and repeat the task. For that, I instructed ChatGPT to give me a such code. So it has given me a such code available. I copied that, paste it here. and connect it with my button. Now, when I click on this button, Excel will go to my service, whatever I am using. It will email and it give me a output called email sent successfully. Let's just verify whether this email is sent or not. So I'm opening my Outlook. Let's just wait for a second and you will see we will receive an email from a same email ID as I have mailed myself to this. So let's just wait a second or a while. Let me just open it again so it get refreshed. Yeah. So you can see the mail is here. You can see the time. I opened the file. That is a test email from this. The invoice, like file is also attached with this. The content which I have written as a body text, it is available here. Right? And everything is there. So by just one click, you can email 100 of contacts of you and it will save your time. Great. Will it save your time? Yes, Niyal. To create this automated invoicing and emailing system in our workshop, we are going to explain this in a step-by-step manner, how you can create the format as well, how you can give a step-by-step input to the chat GPT. If you are getting such error, which we are getting in example number 3, so how you can solve that error again by using chat GPT. So due to the limited time we have right now for this webinar, I'm not able to explain each and every step how we can customize your data using ChatGPT or your specific requirement using ChatGPT. And only for that purpose, we have planned a 2 days exclusive workshop where we can attend your specific query as well along with the content what we have defined to deliver to you. So you can have a practical hands-on during that 2 days. It is a physical workshop at Vadodara. We have planned, we have organized that workshop at a four-star hotel at Fatehganj, that is 4 Point by Sheraton. During 2 days of that workshop, along with the content, what we are going to cover, right? We will have so many things to explore during that. So again, I would like my team Vipul to have a poll. Do you feel learning such AI tools such as ChatGPT can boost your productivity? By seeing or by having or attending this webinar, are you feeling that if you are using the potential of ChatGPT, it can boost your productivity?
Done, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Do you feel by using a ChatGPT at its very potential level, it will help you? Great. Almost 100% of participants are feeling that it will help. Great. Let's just wait for other participants to vote. Definitely, Pratik, in the upcoming time, we will also look to just organize this workshop in a online mode as well. Currently, we have organize a offline workshop, and during this offline workshop we have a limited seats because we want to focus, we want to have a, you can say, the conversation with each and every participant, and we can have a hand holding of each and every participants. As it is a physical workshop, we have a limited seats available for this. Some of the participants are not able to see the poll. To activate the developer tab, you have to go to the advanced settings of the Excel window where you can activate the developer tab. Sure, Abhijit, we will try to announce the online workshop on the same. Like you can use ChatGPT and AI tools to automate and do your tasks. Yeah. Okay. So we have received a response from almost 40 participants. We have almost 140 participants. So let's just give your vote so we can move further, and I can just give you a very exciting inputs or a news, or you can say very excited things which I want to share with you as you have attended this webinar. So I want to give you some of the gifts for this. Just quickly respond on this and we will move to the further. Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. Right. So let's say, Vipul, you can please now close the poll as there is some technical issue and
Done, sir.
many participants are responding in chat as well. Thank you.
Done.
Yeah. So now some of the, so we have announced a 2 day exclusive workshop. This is actually original price for this workshop is 11798. During this workshop, we will have content which I already shown to you. Along with that, what are included during these 2 days? So as we have organized this workshop in the 4-star hotel, you will be having a morning tea and breakfast along with me and my team. Plus, in the afternoon, we have a lunch and again we have a tea and breakfast. Along with that, that is an immaterial thing which we are offering. Along with that, if you are registering for this webinar or a 2 days of workshop, right, we are going to give you a exclusive discount on this price, and we are offering you a special offer price of 3499, which is inclusive of GST, for these 2 days of practical workshop on advanced Excel using ChatGPT, where I will personally guide you how you can use a ChatGPT, how you can train ChatGPT to give you a specific output which can be according to your requirement, and it is a customizable output according to your data. And it is not the end here. If if you are registering for this workshop by end of this day, anytime today, we are offering you a, another 10 percentage of additional discount for today. If you are registering for this today's workshop on advanced Excel using ChatGPT, I would request my team member to share a discounted link in the WhatsApp group as well, in the chat book team set as well. So this offer is valid only for today. If you are registering by end of the day, anytime today, you will get a extra 10 percentage discount on the said price, that is 3499.
Sir, I have shared the link in the chat box and
Okay.
WhatsApp also.
Yeah. So the participants who are willing to enroll for this workshop is on 6th and 7th July. We have purposefully kept a Saturday and Sunday so the professional like you can attend, can spare a valuable time to upgrade their skills, to gain some knowledge which is applicable to their day-to-day work. So we have planned it on Saturday and Sunday. So let's just make our weekend skillful weekend. We can upgrade your skills. The timing for the workshop will be 9:30 to 5:30. So we'll start our workshop at 9:30 a.m. and we'll complete by 5:30 or 6 p.m. on the both day. It is planned, it is organized at Hotel 4 Point by Sheraton, located near Fatehganj, Vadodara. We will also share the link of location in the group. So if some participants are not able to locate it, they, uh, they will able to use that. Okay. So again,